Hey guys, it's Rhonda and welcome back. So today I have a delicious recipe for you. It is so simple to make. A couple of ingredients, but oh my gosh, the ending is just gonna leave you just happy that you made the decision to try the recipe, okay? You okay? So I'm going to be making some of my Ethiopian rice. Listen guys, there is so many ways to spruce up your regular plain basmati or jasmine rice or even brown rice. So I love to spruce up my rice. So on this recipe, I'm going to show you how I was able to turn my plain jasmine rice into amazing, delicious Ethiopian rice. And then I made a nice black eye peas stew with it, okay? Very hearty stew. And the two together was just amazing. Before I get into the recipe though, I want to thank you guys all so much for your support. It means the world to me to have you guys subscribe and just seeing all the new subscribers that's coming on board. It's really encouraging. So I want to thank you guys for that. And also, if you're new, go ahead and hit the subscribe, that notification bell, so you'll be the first to know when new episodes are posted. My daughter plays Roblox, so if you have kids, they can check out her playlist and they can send her a request on Roblox and they can play and have fun together, okay? All family friendly, clean, family friendly, okay? All right, so let's get to the recipe. Don't forget to like, comment, or share. I noticed the last recipe that I posted, which is the epic chickpea sandwich, I wasn't getting any comments or likes or shares. So you guys promised to help me, to show me that, you guys promised to support. And one of the ways I'm asking for your support is either to like, comment, or share. So please help me by doing one of those three things so that I can continue on to provide these amazing recipes to you all at no cost. I am paying for all the ingredients and I am taking the time to produce all these shows and edit them, all these episodes, and post them online. And really, I'm having a ball doing it. I really don't mind, but I just need you all to do your part. Show me your love and your support by commenting, liking, or sharing. You don't have to do all three. You can give me one of the three or two of the three. That will be amazing. All right, let's get to the recipe. All right, guys, in a skillet or a pot, we're going to put some oil in. I am using grapeseed oil. You're going to add some onions and, of course, peppers. You guys already know I love to have different color peppers in my food because it creates texture and color. It makes the food look so appetizing that people want to actually try it. And once they try it, they'll be like, oh, this is really good. So I'm adding here chayote. I think in Jamaica we call it chocho, but it's chayote. It's from Mexico. All right, it's like a yam. It's like a yam. It's part of the yam family. It's pretty neat though. I've done many recipes with this. I have to share those recipes with you guys. Grated ginger. And to that, I'm going to go ahead and add some cooked black eye peas. If I told you guys that I made this recipe on the fly because I was cleaning up my fridge and I had a couple of stuff in my fridge. And just like that, I was able to come up with this amazing dish, okay? It is delicious. Just put a few leftovers together, you can come up with something amazing. All right, so I am using chickpeas. All right, I had some cooked chickpeas in the freezer and I wanted to get those all out of the freezer, so I'm using the chickpeas, but of course you're going to use fresh chickpeas. And I'm using beets. So I also had some frozen beets in my freezer as well. So I'm putting beets in there. So beets going to give me a little bit of color. And we all know beets are really good and healthy for us. I'm adding dry thyme. I'm adding the whole thing because later on I'm just going to fish out the stems, but I'm adding everything in so that I can get all the flavors from the thyme that I'm looking for. All right, give it a good stir. The spices is what's going to make the whole difference in this dish. Give it a good stir, keep stirring so that you can get all of that thyme around the pot. I'm going to add some celery. I had oregano before, so I added thyme and oregano, and they were both dry. I love to buy them fresh and leave them on my counter so that they become dry. So I always have access to them, and if I need fresh ones, I will go to the store and grab some fresh ones. But the dry ones are just as good, okay? Gives you the flavor just the same. All right, so you keep stirring, and these are all things that I had leftovers. So be that I do a meal prep, I'm able to use my leftovers and come up with a dope meal. All right, so I'm using the curly parsley. Okay, that has a unique flavor. I really love that. That's nice and fresh. Sometimes I may purchase that in abundance and dry it as well, but I had it fresh today. I'm using canned tomatoes. I love these tomatoes. I got them from Aldi's. They were just so amazing. Like, they were in these perfect little tomato chunks. Like, they were just amazing. So whenever I see them in Aldi's, I'll buy like 5, 6, 8 cans until I see them come back again. All right, so you guys know I love coconut milk. It must be the Caribbean thing in me. Just have to always add coconut milk to some 80% of my dishes, most of my dishes. Now, if you do not want to add coconut milk, you are welcome to use vegetable broth. You'll be fine with that. That's just as tasty. But coconut brings in this creamy texture and this nice, delicious flavor that just works amazing with the spices I have put in there thus far. All right, just give it a good toss. My camera is getting foggy here. It's all good. It's all good. All right. I also had okra. So once again, this is optional, guys. If you don't have these ingredients, that's okay. You don't have to put in the okra, but okra also gives it a nice flavor, guys. And the okra, it doesn't make the whole pot slimy, but instead it all just kind of works together. Just add a little bit more coconut milk in there. So remember, if you don't want to use the coconut milk, that's fine. I am using some turmeric because that's one of my other spices that's my go-to that I love to use in my cooking, and I'm adding some additional salt. When it comes to spices, guys, stuff like turmeric, salt, black pepper, white pepper, you want to put a little bit in at a time, stir the pot, taste. If you want to add more, then you do so. I just added water in here, but once again, I could have easily used the vegetable broth, but I didn't have any, so I used water, right? So use whatever you have. We're going to let this simmer. We need it to simmer really well so that it comes together and all the flavors are just going to pop up to the top and make it delicious. So I'm adding some black pepper in here, and I'm using I'm going to add some chicken seasoning a little bit. Remember in the previous episode, I told you guys I purchased this little seasoning from Aldi. So I'll put that in eventually. All right, but this is what it looks like. It's totally amazing. It smells so good. It smells so good in here. Okay, so there's the seasoning I was just telling you about. So this is a chicken seasoning from Aldi's. And add some more salt if needs be. Go ahead and taste it. If you need more salt, add more salt. All right. Are you enjoying the recipe? If you could just smell what's going on in my kitchen, smells so amazing. Did you hit that subscribe button? Come on, go ahead, do it. The recipe's almost done. You need to subscribe. Let's start on the Ethiopian rice. You're going to put some oil in a skillet. I'm using grapeseed oil. I'm using onion and garlic. All right, let's go ahead and give that a toss. Yes. We are sprucing up the rice. We're making it different. We are taking ourselves all the way to Ethiopia. All right, Ethiopian cooking, they use a lot of purple onions. Okay, so I had to put some purple onions in there. But if you do not have purple onions, regular onions will be just fine. So I am using this berbere. It's called. That's the Ethiopian spice. It has this rich red flavor. And it is so flavorful, guys. Like, it just packs bold deliciousness. Like, your kitchen is going to be smelling amazing. Like, anyone that comes through the door, they know that you are cooking in a very good way. And they're ready to eat. All right, I'm going to add some cilantro to that. Or actually, I'm sorry, some of the curly parsley. I'm adding to that. I just kind of dice it up really small. And I'm adding some portobello mushrooms. You guys know I love all things mushrooms. Once again, you don't have to do this step if you don't want to. You can skip the mushrooms. But the mushroom does add more flavor, depth, taste, and texture to the rice. Okay? Because when you're done with this rice, you can eat this rice all by itself. That's how delicious it is. All right, excellent. So I'm going to go ahead and just give it a stir. Just make sure that everything is cooked. I'm going to add a little bit more of my spice. And then I'm adding some of my chicken seasoning. Remember I told you guys about that seasoning I bought from Aldi's. Go look 2 episodes before this one. Look at that demo and you'll see that episode and you'll see what spices I'm talking about. All right, so everything is looking pretty good. So I've already cooked the rice. I'm using jasmine rice. I love jasmine rice. I love the size of the rice and when it's cooked. I mean, jasmine rice is just delicious. I love jasmine or basmati. Those are my 2 go-to rice when it comes to white rice. And then the brown rice, just the regular brown rice. So what I'm doing is I'm mixing the rice into my mixture, okay? See how it's creating a nice color for me? A nice color that will make your family be like, oh, what's that? Like, can I have some? I'm adding some more of the curly parsley and I'm adding some more rice because I like my rice to have a little bit of leftover white rice just kind of peeking through along with all the rice that's already mixed. That look, that's what I love. I love that look right there. So, because I feel like it gives the dish a lot of texture. Because you guys, remember I tell you guys, when someone is hungry or when someone is looking at the food that you're cooking, they look at how it looks. Everybody eats with their eyes first. So I'm going to go ahead and plate it. I just happen to have this nice bowl that accommodates 2 sections. So I am plating my stew and then I have the rice on the other side. Totally amazing, guys. You have to try this recipe.
1, 2, 3, come on!